Welcome to a speed cubing class where I think even high-level cubers make mistakes here sometimes. When we solve the permutation of the last layer, even very good cubers, what do? They first check the permutation of the last layer, match it with their colors, then use the permutation of the last layer algorithm. Or if the cuber is a bit better, then what does he do? He first identifies the permutation of the last layer, and if it's a T-perm, applies the T-perm algorithm. Then he pauses to check if a U or U prime is needed at the end. He thinks for a moment, then does the U, and then there's another level of cuber who looks at the last permutation of the last layer, realizes it's a T-perm, and to apply the algorithm, he rotates the cube, rotates it, and then applies the algorithm from here, and after that, solves the last part. All three cubers are doing it wrong. If you do it like this, it's wrong. What is the right? What is the real right? For example, I saw from here that this is T-perm. I understood it. Now, whatever it is, bro, I don't have to rotate and apply the algorithm. Nothing. I saw it from here. I realized it's T-perm, and I know that the algorithm will be applied in such a way that I have to keep these blocks on the left. All right? And as soon as I look at it from here, I'll know that after I apply T-perm, then my adjusting upper face, that is, the last step of adjusting upper face, after solving T-perm, what will be the color here? Blue? I've already thought in my mind that this is blue, so if it's blue, I know that after doing T-perm, I have to do a U move once. I've already thought about it, so after solving T-perm, I don't need to pause and look. I already know that I have to do a U move here, so what will I do directly? I saw this T-perm. I analyzed everything directly from here, and I'll solve it, meaning the pause that comes before solving after T-perm. This one, what I saw here, this is now red. I have to end that pause. This whole scene is called adjusting upper face. That is, adjusting upper face. Today, I will tell you all 21 algorithms that when you get an example of U-perm, what will be the edge upper face, what will happen, I will explain everything, I will tell you all. If you don't understand the theory right now, you will understand it later. First, we will talk about UA-pum and UB-pum. So this is UA-pum. So I recognize from here that this is unidentified aerial phenomenon, and I don't need to first match it, then rotate it, and then apply the algorithm. No, I recognize from here that this is UA-pum, so I know which algorithm to apply. And I recognize from here that these are the headlights, meaning the color of the headlights here. When the permutation of the last layer algorithm is finished, this whole part will become that color. For example, if it's blue, then this whole part will become blue. So while staying here, I applied U-perm, and after that, I know I have to do U-prime because I have to match blue with blue. So I stay here, apply the UA-perm algorithm, and then push from here without any pause. I'll explain how everything can be done without any pause. See, in permutation of the last layer and adjusting upper face, we didn't feel any difference between adjusting upper face and permutation of the last layer. It felt like adjusting upper face is just a part of permutation of the last layer. In the same way, there's UB-pum. I saw that, okay, this is UB-pum and it has to come here. I'm not teaching the algorithms for permutation of the last layer here. If you want to learn them, go to the description and learn from there, okay? Here, we're talking about adjusting upper face. Let me say that again. I realize that this needs to go here, so I know these are headlights, and at the end, the red color should be here because these headlights are red, so red will be here. That means at the end, I need to do a U move, and after doing the U move, my solve will be complete. So while applying the permutation of the last layer algorithm, I'll do the U move so that there's no pause at the end and it doesn't feel bad. You know, it feels really bad if, for example, I'm doing the upper back pump algorithm, and after finishing it, I have to think and then do a U move. This wastes a lot of your seconds. The next algorithm is H pump. While I was here, look, I finished the orientation of the last layer, and while staying here, I observed that, okay, this is H pump and these are headlights, so that means green will be here, which means at the end, I need to do a U prime move to attach this green to the green. So while staying here, as I'm doing this, I'll push a U prime from here, and my H pump will be solved. Some believe with H-pump you should match the headlights first, but I don't think that's efficient. That's just my view. Everyone has their own opinion and perspective, so let's avoid controversy. Anyway, the last case is Z-pump. It's not the last permutation of the last layer case. For edge permutation, there are 4, UA, UB, Z, and H-pump, so this is Z-pump. You guys know in Z pump, for example, I saw that this is Z pump. Now I know that in Z pump, this is not our holding position. Here, we have to place these two pieces that need to be swapped with each other. These don't need to be swapped, so I'll do a U move from here. I won't rotate from here, I'll do a U move while staying here. These two need to be swapped with each other. Green has to go here, orange has to go here, and adjusting the upper face is a bit difficult. It'll be difficult at first, but then it'll get easier. The end color here will be blue. Now you'll know that blue will be here. The color of the headlights will be opposite here. Green's opposite is blue. Blue's opposite is green. Red's opposite is orange. And orange's opposite is red. This was taught a long time ago. Blue will be here, which means I have to do UU at the end for blue, okay? So first I'll do the H pump, and then without thinking too much, I'll keep doing the Z pump and then do U so that it gets solved. These are the next two cases, AA pump and AB pump, AA pump. You guys know that we've already recognized it. We don't even need to match them. We've recognized it while staying right here. I know this color isn't about more blocks. There's one blue and two of these. If it's green, then green will end here. So I'll just use the algorithm to match green with green at the end. Because I already predicted this in my mind. What do you call prediction, man? I don't know. I've saved this in my mind. I've already told my mind that in the end, you have to move, so I already know that. This block must end here, and this section has to be orange. I'll apply the algorithm to solve it. Here we have our AB perm, and here I know that blue has to end, blue has to go here. After applying the algorithm here, I'll do U prime. So that it feels very smooth and the end of our cube solving looks very efficient and very impressive. Here, our E perm. I know that in E perm, the holding position should be such that these two colors match. I'll try U prime once. See, you can do U or U prime, now it matches. Now here, there's one thing I want to tell you guys. The middle color, this is our holding position, the middle color. That has to end up here. This area must turn blue, and since blue is opposite green, blue goes here, U2. I realized while staying here that at the end of the E pump, we have to do U2. So while staying here, I applied the E pump algorithm, and at the end, while still here, I did U2. And our adjusting upper face is solved. We have these in R pumps, RA pump. This is RB pump. What's in RA pump? As you guys know, RA pump is something like this. When we execute from here, this color will end up here. All of this will become orange as soon as we execute the algorithm. And if it matches before orange, that means adjust upper face is skipped. See, it matched before orange. Yes, if it was here, like right now it's blue here, this is the same R pump. RA pump is blue, so I know this is not blue, which means at the end I have to do U. So when I apply the RA pump algorithm, I'll do U at the end. So adjust upper face is solved, and if we talk about our RB pump, then the middle color here, it has to end up here. You guys know this is the RA-RB pump algorithm. We keep the headlights on the left, and look at this. We also execute the algorithm from here. So this middle one here, it has to end up here. Blue and blue-green are opposites. So you need to do U2 at the end, so I'll use the algorithm and finish with U2. Obviously, in the beginning, you'll have difficulty if you start without thinking. For example, let me tell you, as soon as you solve the orientation of the last layer after that, you will have to think whether it is T perm, but then after a point, this will go away. Here we have JA perm and JB perm. If we talk about JA perm, this is what happens. And we apply the algorithm from here, and this block here, its color will end up here, okay? That means if we have to do a U move at the end, as soon as we apply the JA pump algorithm, we'll do the U move at the end, and it will be solved. And if we talk about the JB pump, this is our JB pump. For example, if it's like this, we'll do it like this. This is our holding position. This is J pump JB. This block, its color has to end up here, meaning red, and red is opposite to orange. That means we have to do a U2 move. After applying the JB pump algorithm, I'll do the U2 move without thinking too much, and this is also solved. Finally, we've reached here. There are two really interesting cases, T pump and F pump. What is T pump? Here's an example. We've held it from here, and we've got the T pump. First, align our holding position without rotating. While staying here, set it up as needed for the algorithm. Then we'll review this block. That means blue needs to be here, blue should be here. While solving, we'll observe and think that blue has to go here, so after that, do the U move, now F pump. This bar here, bro, this color has to end here, which means green will end here. That means our U prime is UF green has to go here. So while it's here, we'll apply the algorithm, and at the end, we'll do U prime. And we have solved this, V pump and Y pump. If we apply the algorithm from here for V pump, then green will be completely solved here. After the V pump algorithm, at the end, we'll have to do U, the V pump algorithm, and at the end, U. Now, talking about the Y pump, if these blocks are here, we'll bring them here, because this is our holding position. So, like, this is red, red will end here. That means at the end, I'll have to do U prime. So while staying here, I'll apply the algorithm and then do U prime. You can do U prime with your thumb, you can do it with your finger, you can do it like this, you can drag it, it depends on your grip. We'll do this in the last class, in the next class. Oh man, this isn't a school. We'll discuss everything in the next video because that's the last video of the series. End pumps are very easy, you can handle them from anywhere, and whenever it comes up, you can apply the algorithm. This is the NA pump, and this block has to end here. Green means there will be green color here, so I applied the NA pump algorithm and got green. Since my thumb is here, the end will be blue here. Here, U is at the end, so I've already saved this in my mind, and my finger is right here, so I can do U from here. We'll talk about the grip in the next video, because that video is going to be very efficient. G Perms, the last 4 permutations of the last layer. This is a GA Perm. Headlights are blocked on the right side. When I will apply the algorithm, this single color here will end, that is green. It needs to go here. That means it's U adjustment of upper face, right? When I see it, I know it's adjustment of upper face permutation of the last layer. After the algorithm, I'll do U on top at the end. And this is the opposite block of the GB pump headlight. The color of this block will end up here. So we see one in the red GA pump, right? In the GB pump, we see this color. I'll use the GB pump's algorithm. I know the red has to go to the left side. If I have this grip, I'll drag it. We'll discuss things like drag, flick, push, and pull in the next class, in the next video. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. It's all about the grip. GC and GD pump are the last ones. The headlight has blocks on its left sides, so it is a GC perm. The block here will end up here. This will be turned completely into orange. After applying the algorithm, so we have to do U prime and UF, we'll apply the algorithm, and while staying here, we'll do U prime. Man, my mind is blown. Last but not the least, you guys know the GD pump block. We'll keep the block on the right and the headlight on the left. This is our holding position. Here, this color will end. Remember, we'll put orange here. That is the specialty of the GD perm. The first one that is orange will end here and go to the back because it is the opposite of red. So we will do a U2 algorithms and our adjust upper face is solved. Finally, we've spoken about adjust upper face in great detail in this video. No other video may have covered this in such detail. I've talked about everything. I'm just joking, man. I hope you guys will like the video. The last class of this series is coming tomorrow, or whenever it comes. And after that, we will say goodbye to this series forever. Maybe I won't be able to add anything more for now, but I've shared all the knowledge I had about cubing with you guys. Bro, these are the main techniques, but in the next video, we'll revise everything and see how to implement all these things on the cube. If you guys haven't joined the series yet, there's a link in the description. It's the playlist for the Learn Speed Cubing series. It's free, so go ahead and join. I'm teaching how to solve the Rubik's Cube in 10 to 11 seconds. Please subscribe, hit the bell icon, and goodbye, man, I'm tired.